Hey everybody, welcome to another video. Now you may remember about 4.5, 5 years ago, I did a gender reveal firework display to announce the gender of my daughter. And that was done at night because it was dark at that time of year, it went dark quite early, and I did lots of pink fireworks. And if you want to watch that, there's a link to that in the corner of the screen now. But the good news is we are pregnant again. We are expecting our second child very soon in the next few months. So I wanted to do another gender reveal, but the time of year meant that it wasn't going dark till quite late. So I wanted to do something in the daytime, a daytime gender reveal with fireworks, which was a bit of a challenge. And if you've not seen it, there's a link in the corner of the screen right now to how that went. But I thought I'd do a little video because people are asking, what fireworks did you use in that? So I'm going to talk you through the fireworks I used in this daytime gender reveal display. Now, if you're doing fireworks in the daytime, obviously you've got to be conscious of you're not going to be able to necessarily see all the colours and things. So you need to go for fireworks that are going to produce noise, different types of noise. Some people just go for loud noise. I wanted to have a bit of a variety of noises. So the fireworks I chose are not ones that look pretty, but are ones that produce unusual sounds. So these are the ones I've used in my display. I'll go through them one at a time. This is Crazy Crackles from Celtic Fireworks. It's a 25 shot cake. It's, let's have a look, it's category F2 and 145 grams of net explosive content. So you can probably guess from the name what this firework does. Yeah, it produces crackles. That's about it. So yeah, you can use this in the daytime and you know, it's not particularly pretty to look at, but it makes a good sound, crackle sound. So that's Crazy Crackles. Underneath that, over here, this is the Dark Demolisher from Celtic Fireworks. This is a dump cake. So whereas with Crazy Crackles you light it and it lasts, I think, how long does this last? 22 seconds. This one lasts about 3 seconds. You light a fuse and all the tubes go off at once. This is similar to Crazy Crackles in that it crackles, but there's also some loud bangs, but everything goes off at once, so it's quite impactful. So I'm going to use this towards the end of the gender reveal. The gender reveal only lasts about 3 minutes, but this is one of the finale pieces. So the Dark Demolisher, 19 shots, 30mm tubes, it's really quite heavy, 380 grams in this, and it's category F3. So those are the two Celtic ones that I've got in this little gender reveal display. I've also got this, I love this cake. This is from Yorgi Fireworks, it's called Wolf. It's a hummer cake. So again, visually not that much to look at, but it creates some really nice humming, whistling kind of wooing effects as it shoots off. So I use this in quite a lot of my displays. Audiences always really like this. So it's a really good noise cake. It's not particularly loud, but it's just an unusual sound. So from Yorgi Fireworks, 49 shots, lasts 30 seconds, category F2. And the net explosive content is, if I can find the bit that's actually in English, I can't actually see. Oh, there we go. Yes, there it is. 328.3. Interestingly, it doesn't actually show that under the English section, but I can see it under this Danish section here. So 328.3 grams. Really unusual audio effects in this. So this is Wolf by Yorgi. Hummer cakes and hummer candles themselves in 2025 are making a comeback. You're going to see them in lots of displays, I think, this year. This one's been around for a number of years. I really like this by Yorgi Wolf. Underneath that here, this is Skybreaker from Primed Pyrotechnics. This is quite a chunky cake. 504 grams of net explosive content in this, 36 shots, 28-second burn time, very specific, 30-meter effect height, and this is basically a noise cake. Okay, so this is going to make lots of noise in the sky. Not really pretty, colourful to look at, but noisy, and that's what I wanted in this cake. So Skybreaker from Primed Pyrotechnics. And on the subject of noise, let's put those over here. Eagle-eye viewers may have spotted this. This is from a range of fireworks by Classic, and they're called Dum Bums. You can get them in a variety of different formats. This is the Dum Bum triple shot, so it's only a 3-shot 30mm tubes, category F2. Let's find the explosive content of this if we can. In fact, actually, this version doesn't have any instructions in English, which is not ideal, is it? That's quite interesting because usually when European fireworks are imported, if they don't have UK instructions on, then the importer will stick a label over with the UK instructions. But here we've got instructions in Slovakian, Dutch, Czech, German, Polish, but nothing in English. So there we go. You're going to see less and less Dum Bums. They're not being imported, as far as I know, anymore into the UK because they are very loud. They're legal, but they're kind of quite close to the legal limit. So importers are deciding it's not worth the hassle to bring these in. So this is 3 shots and it's basically 3 very, very loud bangs. So that's a Dum Bum triple shot. So that's going to be part of the finale as well. Over on this side here, this is another cake by Celtic. This is Spin Doctor. So this one, yeah, you can use all these at night. Of course, these look good at night. This one has swirling tourbillons, but they make a really nice kind of whooshing sound as they spin around. So I think this is going to work quite well in the daytime. So this is Spin Doctor, 20 shots, really quite long tubes on this, 30mm tubes. It's only category F2 and 370 grams of net explosive content. So again, another layer of different sounds. And talking of different sounds, underneath that we've got another firework from Classic. This is the Scream whistling battery. 25 shots, whistling tails, so howlers. So again, another layer of different type of sounds. Category F2. This one does have some English writing on. Number of shots, 25. Net explosive content, there we go, 325 grams. It's right at the bottom. So that's Scream whistling battery. So in terms of different noise effects, we've got the spinning tourbillons, we've got screamers, we've got howlers, we've got crackles, and we've got some really loud bangs. So that's kind of a mixture of different sounds. But in themselves, are these gender reveal? No, because these are not a particular colour. The idea with a gender reveal is you want the fireworks to transition into either blue or pink. So if you're doing that in the daytime, obviously you're going to need blue or pink smoke, depending on whether it's a boy or a girl. But our child is going to be a boy, so we wanted to do blue smoke effects. Now, that's a bit of a challenge to do in the daytime. You can get daytime smokes, smoke canisters. You can get them readily available. They're all over the place, but most of them have ring pulls on. I actually fired some a year or 2 back from Gemstone, some daytime smokes from Gemstone. Go check out the video for that. I'll leave a link to that in the description. But most of the ones you can get are ring pull ignited. So you pull a ring pull and that sets the smoke going off. I didn't want that because I wanted to electronically fire all these, and obviously if it's got a ring pull, very difficult to electronically fire. So I wanted some daytime smokes that had fuses on, and I managed to get hold of these. These are imported, I think, by Trafalgar Fireworks. They're Pyro, well, I call them Pyrogotchi. It's probably pronounced Pyro Gotchi. I don't know. I've got 3 of these. They last about 45 seconds to a minute. Roughly. I find the duration on daytime smokes can be quite varied. So even though this says 45 seconds to a minute, it might only last 40 seconds. It might last a minute and a half. I don't know. We've got 3 of those, but they're fused so I can electronically fire them, which is really useful. They are category T1. So technically a theatrical pyrotechnic rather than a firework, but they're for outdoor use only, and they contain 45 grams net explosive content each. Now, some smokes you can get are handheld smokes. They're designed to be handheld. These are not designed to be handheld, so always check if you're using daytime smokes, regardless of the brand or the colour. Just read the information and check whether you can actually hold them. These ones specifically say minimum distance in direction of effect 5 meters and minimum safety distance 10 meters, which is unusual because normally those 2 figures would be the other way around. So T1 pyrotechnics do give you more information on them than category F2 and F3 fireworks. F2, F3 fireworks tend to just have 1 safety distance on, which is how far away your spectators should be. Sometimes they'll say that you as a firer might need to be a distance away as well. So some F2 stuff might say, you know, retreat at least 8 meters, but your spectators must be at least 15 meters away. T1 products, because they're more specialist, do tend to have more information on. So you tend to get a safety distance in the direction of the effect and a radial safety distance, sort of how far away spectators should be. So distance in direction of effect means, you know, you can't have any trees or buildings or anything within that distance. Radial safety distance is how far away your spectators should be. So this says minimum safety distance in direction of effect 5 meters. Now this is just a smoke. This isn't not going to eject any comets or flames. This is just going to, smoke's just going to be pouring out of the top of this. So I've got to have at least 5 meters vertical clearance effectively in this, but spectators must be 10 meters away. And it does quite clearly say for outdoor use only. So 3 of those, don't really know how long they're going to last. So I'm going to kind of overlay those as part of the finale with some of these other cakes. and we'll see how those go. Also, as part of my finale, I've managed to get a smoke barrage. These are really quite difficult to come by. I'm only aware of one retailer at the moment that is actively importing these, and this is from Big Shotter Fireworks. There wasn't a lot of information about this on their website. I wasn't really sure what I was going to get. I wasn't sure if it was going to be F2, F3. I didn't really know, so I took a punt on it. I've got it. We'll see what it's like when it appears in my gender reveal display. But basically, this is a 25 shot fanned cake, and it fires in banks. I think 5 fives of blue smoke columns, which then produce reports at the top, which is quite unusual. There's nothing else consumer-based like this that I'm aware of. MLE were bringing in a cake a few years ago called Blue Angels, which is a blue smoke cake, but that was vertically fired and didn't have the reports. This is fanned and has reports. It's available in both blue and pink. Obviously, I wanted the blue version because we're having a boy. Also, hence why these were blue and not pink. Let's have a little look at it. It's 1.3 G, it says. So it should be quite powerful. It's fanned. It's 25 shots. What's interesting is it's actually category T1. I was expecting this to be category F2 or F3. It's category T1. It contains 475 grams of powder, and the labeling information is kind of all over the place. Minimum safety distance in direction of effect 50 meters. So this is purporting to fire these smoke mines with reports potentially anywhere up to just under 50 meters. Minimum radial safety distance 12 meters and for outdoor use only. The other thing that's interesting on the safety information is it says do not handling product by the ignition system. That makes absolutely no sense. For outdoor use only, yes. Place article stable on ground or stable surface. Make sure the product do not fall over during function. Ignite the article by electronic ignition system. That's what I'm going to be doing. Yet, interestingly, this does have a visco fuse. So it's designed to be lit by a normal fuse, like a normal firework. And yet the safety information says ignite the article by electronic ignition system. So the labeling's not quite accurate on there. Storage dry. It means keep this dry. Don't get it wet. Don't store it where there's lots of moisture. Destruction according to the national recycling laws or give back to the manufacturer. Never actually tried doing that. I'm kind of quite... Part of me wants to send this back to Big Shotter after I finish and said, hey Art, you dispose of it. But I won't, I'll dispose of it. In case of misfire, wait 30 minutes before going to article. Detach the igniter. What igniter? I say this is sold to consumers. This isn't sold as a specialist item. So it doesn't come with an igniter, it comes with a visco fuse. So as I say, the safety information on here is not accurate. In case of misfire, wait 30 minutes, detach the igniter, send the article back to the importer or distributor. So there you go. So this is gender reveal from Big Shotter Fireworks. It's available in both blue and pink. I've no idea what this is like. I've only seen one video of it. It's very expensive. It's 50 quid, this cake. The RRP of it apparently is £150. If you see this for £150, don't buy it. I can tell you it will not be worth £150. Will it be worth £50? Let's wait and see. So that's going to produce some colour anyway. That's going to be towards the end of the display. So the display's it's only going to last 3 minutes. It's going to start off with all these various different noise things to get a bit of attention, and then it's going to transition into the coloured smoke from these, the coloured smoke from here, and then finally I've managed to get my hands on, and these are very exciting. These are 45mm Europla mines. They're made in Spain, they're Spanish. Now these are a specialist item. You're probably not going to be able to get hold of these yourself because they're category T2. We talk about different categories of fireworks on my videos and streams. Category T1 and T2 are more specialist items. Technically T1 products are available for anyone to use. T2, just like the category F4 professional fireworks, are not available to everyday consumers. They're only available to people with specialist knowledge. So I'm not going to talk too much about these because you're not going to be able to get your hands on these. These are category T2, but I've got a couple of these. These are going to finish off. These are going to give a big column of blue smoke. Safety distance on these 25 meters in the direction of the effect. Radial safety distance 2.5 meters. But because these are specialist items, a bit like category F4 stuff, they don't tend to come with set safety distances. They're usually up to the discretion of the person firing them, because I say they are a specialist item. You're meant to know what you're doing with them to be able to use them. So on here it says minimum safety distances to be determined by the user with the supplied product data. So I'm not going to talk too much about these because these are T2, very specialist, but this is what's going to finish off my display. These are available in a range of different colours as well. Obviously these are blue, so I'm going to fire these right at the end. They come pre-wired with igniters for connecting into a firing system. So that's essentially all the elements of my daytime gender reveal display. If you're doing something similar, you're not going to be able to get hold of those, sadly, but for good reason. But you can get hold of these. These are readily available. You can get hold of things like this, which are not as available and pretty expensive, but you can certainly do lots of noise. The other thing you could do if you're doing a daytime gender reveal is use confetti cannons. They're really simple to do. You just twist the base and confetti comes out. But obviously there's a lot of cleanup to do with those. So I wanted to use fireworks to show you guys how you can put together a gender reveal daytime firework display. If you've not seen the actual display that uses all these, you'll find a link to that in the corner of the screen and in the description, and probably at the end of this video as well. So you've no excuse for not watching it. But thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, why not subscribe to my channel for some more firework content?